Hey, welcome back to another video. This is Fantasia. Thank you guys so much for clicking and watching. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you guys here. Today's video is a straight up banger, baby. It's a banger and I love everything about this video today. Today we're going to talk about how change will cost you. Anything worth doing, changing, it's gonna cost you. And it's really just about the powerful reality behind making effective changes in your life. And I just want to share a little bit of my wisdom on that. And you guys know I love for you guys to grow from anything I put out there. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, comment down below, hit the notification bell so we can gang it up whenever I come back around and we can, you know, continue to grow as a family and a community. So let's get into this video. You guys, this video was definitely inspired by the power of the process of change. Change does not discriminate. It happens at all phases, levels, at every phase, level, age, opportunity. You're always growing. It's a normal part of life. The difference between those who change and see the change through and the ones that don't is, I think, just understanding the power of the process of change. You know, whether it's a desirable change, an undesirable change, we really have to look at, are we living to see the process through? Are we really doing that? So change is definitely an action word through and through. Change is really to just make a difference, to alter, to modify, replace, to make new, to make better, to transform. It's a process, it's growth, and it's experience, it's an evolution. And all of those are without a doubt an action. You have to have some action behind change. And so, some changes we can think about, like desirable changes, are maybe things we do intentionally. Things like wanting to get a little bit slimmer in your life, wanting to lose some weight, wanting to grow spiritually, wanting to make some financial changes. There's educational changes. You want to go back to school. You want to start school. You want to finish where you left off. There's just so many levels of changes. There's huge changes in family decisions, things that happen in your life that are unexpected, and your family, there's learning something new. There's career changes. Then you have your undesirable changes, which are like negative changes, divorce, separation, losing a job, just an unexpected death. There's so many levels to life when it comes to change. Now, do you love yourself enough to see the change through is the question. When it comes to change, you are going to have to know that it's going to actively require you to be present in your life without a shadow of a doubt. You have to 100% love yourself enough to see the change through. That's just without question. Change is going to require you and all of you. It's going to require your mental attention, your spiritual attention, your physical attention. It's going to require time and effort. And that's going to take me into the 5 points that I came up with. There might be a little bonus one in there, and I'm going to try to be quick in this video, but there might be a bonus one in there. But, you know, first of all, when it comes to change and really wanting to see it through, I think if you understand the process, it'll better help you really have effective and powerful changes in your life. And it'll definitely make you a powerful person and really put that anointance, that stamina, that charismatic charisma behind who you are. So first of all, you have to define who you are and consider the big picture and get a good understanding of how this change is going to play a role in your life. How is it going to affect you, the direction of your life? How is it going to pour over to the people on your life? Are you going to have to get rid of some people? Are you going to have to add some people? Are you going to have to look at the big picture and see, you know, is this change going to put me in a different direction? Is it going to elevate me? Is it going to set me back a few steps for a few years? You have to really put definition on the change in your life. So really get serious about what it is that you want to change. Identify what it is. Look deep within and say, how is this change going to positively add value to my life? And what is it specifically? And how am I going to see it through? Those are some really good starting points for wanting to see change through. Next, and all of these words are all action. So you cannot change without putting action into your life. Just letting you know. But change will require time and effort. You're going to have to put time into the thing you want to do differently in your life. You're going to have to research. You're going to have to educate yourself. You're going to have to learn new behaviors. You're going to have to learn new habits. You're going to have to put effort, and it's going to take some due diligence in like separating yourself and sitting down with this change and looking into every avenue and every way that it's going to benefit you, and learn about it and show it some effort. You're going to have to think about it. You're going to have to, what's another word? You're going to have to really meditate and really just take time and effort into this change that is coming into your life. Next, you're going to have to get ready to be uncomfortable. You're really just going to have to understand anytime a change is coming into your life, there's some level of discomfort associated with this change, meaning it could be sadness, it could be pain. A lot of times the very thing you want to change is going to get so uncomfortable, it's almost going to be unbearable to live with. That's what change is going to do. It's pushing itself to the surface and saying, hey, what are we doing here? How can we promote this new thing in our life, this different thing in our life? And so it's often associated with sadness, newness, uncomfortable, a lot of reconditioning, a lot of reflection, a lot of self-evaluation, a lot of really looking into yourself, a lot of introspection. You're really gonna have to really look at yourself and get really uncomfortable with this thing that's coming into your life that's costing you some change, that's costing you something to see the next change through. And this can last for months and even years. And I want you to understand that, but it's so worth it in the end. Discomfort is really what's going to make that change in your life worth it in the end. It's really what's going to add that true value to your life in the end, that discomfort. You'll never forget it. You'll never see yourself the same because you saw that uncomfortableness through. You lived through the thing that was not really settling well with you, if that makes sense. So a lot of times discomfort and challenging sound the same, or being uncomfortable and challenging sound the same, but they're a little different in the sense of the next one is change is going to be challenging. You have to realize that change is not going to look like a steady, steadfast process. It's never going to look like a straight linear process. It's always going to have some bumps, thumps, hills. It's going to have some valleys. It's going to have some mountaintops. It's going to have some days where you just flat out want to give up. It's going to have some days where it's not even going to look like you're changing. But I'm telling you, if you see each of these steps through and you see those challenging times through, it does make a difference. And it just simply gets difficult. Life is going to happen. Life doesn't discriminate. Life doesn't really say, oh, girl, you're changing. Let me accommodate everything that's going to be required of this change. But there's going to be times where you really don't see that change through, but you're going to love yourself. You're going to stay committed to yourself. You're going to realize all the things we just listed before, and you're going to continue beyond those challenges because you want to see that change through, right? Next is you're going to have to be consistent. Regardless of, because if you think about the uncomfortableness, if you think about going back to the challenging times of the change, if you think about going back into how difficult putting time and effort could be in, it's easy to give up. It's easy to say, I don't see myself valuable enough to see this change through, but that's where consistency comes in. That's where you have to say, you know what, this change is something I want to see in my life. So no matter what it takes, no matter how hard it gets, no matter what life looks like, I am worthy of this change, so I'm gonna stay at it. I see myself valuable enough to make changes in my life. I see myself valuable enough to see this through no matter what. So I realize that this isn't going to happen overnight. I realize that this is a bigger picture. This is a lifetime challenge. This is something that I'm going to continue to have to be available for the rest of my life. And I have to be consistent because I decided that I wanted something in my life to be better, and I'm worthy of that change. So I'm going to be consistent despite of it all, no matter what. Lastly, I think it's really important to find yourself a really good supportive community. And I say this because to your community and your support are going to be the very people that get you through. And I've said this in many videos, not everybody is your community, not everybody is your support, not everybody's worthy of trusting them in your process of change, your process of making yourself better, your process of being in your business, your process of knowing what's going on in your life. But these people are sometimes going to be the only people seeing you through, the only people getting you to the next level, because it's going to get so hard for you sometimes. Your support and your community know, I see this, I see what's best for you, and I'm helping you through this. I'm here for you, I'm riding for you, and we are going to make this, we are going to make it through no matter what. So I want to go ahead and end this video with, get ready for a lifetime commitment. Get ready for understanding that you deserve every bit of change, challenge, every bit of this process that comes to getting yourself to the next level. You deserve it. Now act on it. Act on it. Just do. When I first started to change and I knew things weren't the same for me, I remember I was so unbelievably uncomfortable with some of the things that I was doing in my life. I was quick to anger. I was always upset. I was flat out miserable. And it was to the point where when these actions or an altercation or a confrontation would take place, I would just weep after and be so sad and be so uncomfortable, to the point where I would cry and be like, God, I am not happy with this person. I want out, and I will do it at the cost of any and everything to sit down at your presence, Lord, and become the person that you have called me to be. And when I tell you, it cost me 3 to 4 years of my life of straight solitude, of straight just learning who I am, my triggers, the things that no longer work for me. I switched my work schedule. It cost me almost every single friend that I had in my life at that point, because they were no longer serving me, weren't understanding what I was going through. And it cost me almost every single person in my life, because I was willing to do it at the cost of everything in my life. Everything that was no longer serving me had to go, and I was putting in work. I was reading self-help books. I did 2 years of counseling. I did a year of group therapy. I did everything it took to become the version and the young woman, the woman that you see in front of you today. And I'm constantly working at it. I realize it's a lifelong process, and sometimes I live it moment by moment. I live it day by day. I live it week by week. It's not you always have the answer, but the thing is, I have the humility to understand I never want to be the person that I was. I never have it all together, but I'm willing to sit down, do the work, and see the process through, because the person that I am, I'm so proud of, I'm so thankful for, and never in a million years did I imagine that peace, love, joy, and these things, people just missing my presence, would ever be a thing for me, because I was always so negative in so many people's lives. And now I'm the light in people's lives. I'm who I thought I would become at the cost of the change. So I hope that helped somebody out here. I hope that was something that you needed to be able to go back into your life and see that change is worth it, and it's gonna cost you. Change does not come at an easy breezy process. It's something that you're gonna have to be present for, and you're worth it, you deserve it. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I hope that this video added something to your life, gave you hope. I hope that this video added value to your life, gave you hope, and found you purpose. And I always am here for you, love you, and you guys take care. Make sure you guys join me in the next video. Hit that subscribe button, comment down below, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I absolutely love you. Take care. Bye-bye.